I'll now proceed with the next item of business, which is the Mayor's Report. And I'm pleased to provide the Mayor's Report for the period of February 14th through 27th. First update on some of the activities that have taken place. I can advise that on February the 15th, 2012, I had the opportunity to attend the Thompson Downtown Revitalization Committee wind-up luncheon that was held at the Thompson Unlimited offices. I want to thank all the volunteers that participated on the committee over the last year. I certainly want to draw attention to the work done by Thompson Unlimited staff, especially Roxy Binns and Betty Landago. In terms of their leadership, I think a tremendous amount has been accomplished through the Thompson Downtown Revitalization Committee. Council had received a report recently on some of the activities. There was a good discussion in terms of moving forward, and I'm very pleased to advise that the volunteers that attended that wind-up have indicated their willingness and desire to continue working towards the downtown revitalization. Council, through the Recreation Community Services Committee, will now have to take a look at the recommendations that have been provided by the coordinating organization, Thompson Unlimited, in terms of how we proceed, and I look forward to the committee bringing some recommendations to Council. On February 18th, I had the opportunity to attend the opening ceremonies for the 42nd Annual Mund Cup, and I noted at the opening ceremonies, I don't know if I really want to admit this, but I had the opportunity to attend the first Mund Cup, and when an older brother, I'll note, played in it. But it was a great tournament. Great to see some of the teams again attending from throughout the province. The host committee did a phenomenal job, as they do every year, in organizing really what has become a tradition in Thompson. And interesting, long-standing tradition, but one of the changes has been the change in the weekends that it's held. And that seems to be taking hold now on the long weekend in February. And again, great action at the C.A. Nesbitt Arena and the Gordon Beard Arena. And I congratulate all the teams, the volunteers, the coaches that took place. I also want to note on that weekend, Thompson had the opportunity to once again see playoff hockey at the AAA midget level when the North Stars hosted Kenora and were victorious in that series and were able to move on. Unfortunately, over the last weekend, they weren't quite so successful, but they were up against a pretty strong team. It was nice to see playoff hockey return, and I think Saturday night, although I wasn't in attendance, on the Saturday night I understand it was one of the larger crowds that the facility has seen. So it's great to see people get out and support the team. On February 21st, I had the opportunity through my work to attend a Northern and Aboriginal Housing Forum in Winnipeg, but I can tell you that I had the opportunity to provide greetings, and it was noted the relationship with the City of Thompson, and there was a fair amount of discussion regarding housing in Northern Manitoba and the role that Thompson plays in that. In addition, along with Deputy Mayor Fensky and Chief Financial Officer Krentz, I participated in a meeting with Manitoba Justice later on in that afternoon regarding our desire for a cadet-type program in terms of enforcement. And Deputy Mayor Fensky, as Chair of Public Safety, will be reporting on that meeting through his regular reporting process. But I want to say that I am pleased that the province is sitting down at the table with us. Perhaps not as fast as we want to proceed, but I think there is finally a willingness to try and look at a creative solution for the problem we face. And I think that that might not sound like a lot, but in all honesty, having been on this file for a number of years, I think we are going in the right direction. So, Deputy Mayor Fensky, I look forward to you providing a further report as we go. Last Saturday, I had the opportunity to attend the Battle of Badges on Saturday night when the Thompson firefighters took on the RCMP. I'll note that the firefighters were aided is probably the correct word, although it may not be appropriate in this case, by two members of council. City Manager Sepatelli and Deputy Mayor Fensky participated on the firefighters squad. RCMP won. But it was a great event, and I appreciate the organizers in terms of Ricky Morris from here in the firefighters. And all those people that came out and supported it. I understand over $1,000 was raised. All proceeds are going to Kids Sport, which is a great charity in terms of encouraging youth to have an opportunity to participate in organized sporting activities. So I do want to thank all those that participated. In terms of a couple other things I want to share today, one, you'll note that in the chamber there's some changes that have taken place. You'll see that we now have a sound system that I think the community has desired for a long time. Hopefully it will provide a better opportunity for people, especially when they are in the facility, to be able to hear the discussion that is taking place. We've also added some TVs that hopefully will provide it easier for the public to follow along in terms of the documents and the information that is shared. And I'll note that one of the things that was required to do was to move the image of Councillor Brian Wilson from the pillar that sat right directly behind where Councillor Wilson sat, and it's been relocated to the wall that contains many of the other pictures. And we do want to note that we had an opportunity to speak with Valerie Wilson and indicate that we had a need to relocate the photo, and Valerie expressed her pleasure that we finally got a sound system, from what I understand. So that was good. In terms of some of the other things I want to add, tax sale had come up a little bit earlier on the agenda, and just I want to advise that one of the properties has now been removed from tax sale, and that is the commercial property that was on the list. So for the information of the public, that property has been removed and the obligation satisfied. One other thing that I want to raise, and that is that we have issued a media release with respect to the 2014 Winter Games, and I'd like to read that release issued by the City of Thompson on February 24, 2012, and reads as follows. On February 22nd, 2012, Sports Manitoba announced the 2014 Power Smart Manitoba Winter Games would be hosted by the communities of Winkler, Morden, and Stanley. The news came as a disappointment to the City of Thompson and the over 30 committee volunteers who were responsible for submitting the bid in September 2011, which was successful in putting Thompson on the short list. On January 9, 2012, the two finalist communities were visited by the selection committee. During the bid process, our volunteer organizing committee performed a first-rate job at showcasing our beautiful environment, culture, and sports. Councillor Aaron Hogan, Council represented the Recreation Community Services Standing Committee. We're proud of their efforts and know their diligent work made this bid competition a tight race. Mayor Tim Johnston, while disappointed at the decision, was quick to find the silver lining. First and foremost, the City of Thompson would like to thank the dedicated committee of volunteers. It is your hard work that makes our community a great place to live. The concerted efforts of all our volunteers is a testament to the pride of our residents. And the City of Thompson would like to extend warm congratulations to the communities of Winkler, Morden, and Stanley for their successful bid submitted on behalf of the City of Thompson. I just want to add that we certainly wanted to convey to our volunteers a thank you for the work that they did in really putting together a strong host bid package. And I can say this, and I noted it from this chair a couple weeks ago, that I wasn't surprised by the results of the census. I have to tell you, I was absolutely stunned when I heard the news that Thompson had not been selected for the games. That was surprising. And not to take anything away from the successful communities of Morden, Winkler, Stanley, but I really believed it was an opportunity to showcase Thompson and Northern Manitoba. We had identified a number of key core values. One of them that I thought was tremendously unique was the opportunity to promote Aboriginal culture in Northern Manitoba. And I'm very disappointed that the day following the announcement by Valley in 2010, the Premier of the province of Manitoba sat in this chamber and indicated his willingness to work with the City of Thompson in any way possible leading up to 2015. I think this was a tremendous missed opportunity on the part of the province of Manitoba and Sport Manitoba to showcase to the rest of the province what and who Thompson and Northern Manitoba is. That being said, that's the game. We didn't come out on the winning side this time. I think we have lined up a meeting with Sport Manitoba to go over the decision and get some feedback, and we'll move forward and continue to look at opportunities to showcase our community. I want to acknowledge the Rec Department for the work that they put in, and in no way should we be discouraged from stepping up and looking at hosting events in this province. More than anything, we have to convince people there's more to Manitoba than just outside of the first hour of travel. So, again, congratulations, Morton Stanley Winkler. Thanks to our volunteers, and look forward to the next opportunity to showcase our community. Lastly, I do have some proclamations. First, by the virtue of the authority vested in me as Mayor of the City of Thompson, I hereby proclaim March 5th through 11th, 2012 as Ethics Week in the City of Thompson. As well, I hereby proclaim March 8th, 2012 as International Women's Day in the City of Thompson. I know that I was out of the community for a number of days over the last 2 weeks and ill for a few days as well, and I know that members of council pitched in and attended a number of events, and I'd open the floor up to members of council to perhaps update the community and council on any events they may have attended. Councillor Lafreniere.
Thank you. I just want to report that I had the opportunity to attend the Youth Aboriginal Council Conference on, geez, I should have the date, the last Saturday, not the one that just passed, but the one sorry? 17th and 18th. Yes, thank you. The 17th and 18th of February. And I just want to, I gave them their congratulations and stuff, but it is amazing. It's their 13th conference that they've put on, and they seem to get new and different sponsors every year, so it's great to see their hard work. And it was also MKO stepped up and joined in as a partner with them, and I know there was a lot of gratitude from the young people for that as well. So just wanted to mention that.
Thank you. Any further comments? Councillor Clatta.
Yes, I represented the City of Thompson at the Chamber of Commerce Annual General Meeting on Wednesday, February 22nd. All reports indicate that they had a successful year. Dr. Barry Prentice was the guest speaker, and he spoke on freighting by airships in the north. So it was a great evening and well attended and enjoyed by all.
Thank you. Any further comments?
I will indicate that Councillor Locker and Councillor Beyer were in attendance as well. Sorry about that.
Thank you. And I also understand Councillor Locker also attended an event on behalf of City Council BRHA this morning, so I appreciate that. Seeing no comments, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.